Hello. Hi, Darren.
How are you?
I mean, your dog is here.
Ah, so you have a dog too, huh?
No, I like pet, but my husband doesn't like pets actually, so he doesn't let me have a dog
Yeah,
or any pet.
yeah. Tell me about it. I got to give up my furniture and I got to sweep all the time. Yesterday, my son and I were double sweeping. This
Okay.
dog puts out a lot of hair. Hair and dirt, because he runs out, gets in the dirt, runs back inside, and runs around in the house and knocks it off.
Okay.
All right, so I'm streaming a different way, but like I wasn't streaming for a while, and I'm back, so I'm still trying to learn how to do it, and I got that up, and I just started doing my opening up qwiklabs. So give me a second. I'm gonna do.
Actually, I wanted to know high level.
And then, hey, good morning, Laverne. So I was just saying, I'm streaming, and I'm doing it again. I'm doing it a little differently, but I'm doing it somewhat the same as in I'm still using OBS, and I'm putting it on a just an entire screen, and yada yada yada. So anyway, I also notice I have to change that, but let's see. We're trying to finish up the billing, and I even set the stream up to say billing, so that's good. If I can, maybe it was like understanding your Google costs here. Yeah, so fundamental is good, and there's a follow on to this one. Okay. So let's see. We got one. We just got videos to do. Oh man, I hate it when it's just videos. But let's go ahead and knock them out, and then we'll do a quiz. How about that? Or we can just skip them all together and go to a new one. What do you want to do? You want to watch one of these existing videos together, or do you want to go ahead to the next lab in this series? There is this is kind of the nice thing about it is you do a little bit with Data Studio. I picked the wrong thing.
Have you did a few in each of these or not? I know there was people that
Say again.
I wasn't sure if you had done a lab in each of those quests or not. Seemed like I had started both of them. I'm not sure. Maybe I started it by accident.
I think some of them are shared.
Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe that's
So some of the videos and labs. So what they're saying is this one is for people that have done the understanding your Google Clouds quest. So that was that fundamental one that we were just looking at, and we've done all the labs, and we even watched some of the videos. And my question to you is, do you guys want to go ahead and start this one, which has, once again, a bunch of videos, and then a quota lab? I don't know if this one also has a quiz.
So what's the name of this one? I never seen
This is optimizing your Google Cloud cost, and in it right here, he's saying this is people that have completed this one.
We did this.
Yeah. So, what one do you want to do? You want to watch some videos on the previous quest, watch videos on this quest, attempt the quiz without doing the videos, which we could do, or do a quiz and then the quiz that's in here, and then do this lab space, this lab here. Okay, but I'm not hearing any options or any selections. Hey, Cedric. So we're just trying to figure out what we're going to do today, but and I've also said that I've got the streaming working, so now streaming should be working correctly on YouTube. So the question is, do you guys want to do? We were on this quest, which was the fundamental quest of understanding your Google Cloud cost. We had done some of these videos. The quiz that was midway, we did that quiz. We did all the labs in here, and then I was saying that there's this other quest, which is the second quest, right? And this is like analyzing or optimizing your cost. It also has videos and a quiz. It has one lab left to do, or there's more. There's at least one lab left to do. There's no labs left to do in the other one. So, do you want to, as a group, you have anybody tell me what you want to do? We can watch a video together. Watch a couple of these videos. We could do the quiz.
John, if we can please like go to if we can please have an overview of the previous lab, like understanding the Google Cloud cost in a brief introduction of like what we were doing before, and after that we will get a better understanding of this quest.
Yep, that sounds good. Yep, I think that is the thing to do. Okay, so let's go back to this one and sign in again. Why do I have to sign in again? Like, I've signed in like 50 times. This thing's killing me. I think what it is. Okay, there we're signed in there. Okay, understanding. Okay, yeah, this is it. So we won't watch the videos, but let's just look at the titles, and then we'll look at the labs. We'll just kind of buzz through the labs, and we'll do the quiz that we did previously. It was a pretty good quiz. So billing account, I can say that all this stuff is in the hamburger menu under billing. Yada yada yada. Permissions. There was a quiz. So up to this point, it's nothing but a quiz. All right, so we'll do this quiz again. Retake. There we go. Okay, so here what they're, if you have BigQuery, then you can do all the BigQuery, all the SQL on the data, right? So that's always helpful. And then if you can do BigQuery, you can also do Data Studio. You can put it into other tools as well. I may have to put this dog outside. All right. Okay. The next question is, if I remember, one of these was to split GCP charges, and I think it might be to pay invoices in multiple currencies. So I think that's it. We'll see. Okay. Where can you find the breakdown? Okay. I think it's this billing reports. I think there's some of that data is in the online summary, but I think to get the trend lines and the graphs, you need the billing reports. And then what is the function of the payments profile? Okay. think it's this one. They made a point that when they were showing Google Cloud, they were showing stuff that was outside of it. So it's kind of like, I guess that's just the Google and not your, yeah, because you look like several Google. That's so that you can do organization building. All right. Okay, so it's not multiple currencies. What they're here is to make sure you don't miss a billing payment, or you can't get back to your billing. And so you want this admins, and here 2 active billing account admins, or 2 individual billing. I think that's correct. Let's see. And that's it. It's service. I was actually thinking today on Amazon, on the AWS menu, basically to get to where the hamburger menu is in Google, where you get access to everything. With Google, you have the hamburger menu to get to everything. With Amazon, they kind of like have a last used or most used, and then they have that services group. So everything's a service in their terminology, which is correct, right? This is, infrastructure, software, whatever, as a service. Okay, once a billing account is created, I think this might be true. And this is, I remember from the quiz, is 1, and that's why you need multiple accounts if you're doing multiple currencies. Well, this is users, so it's not admin. So users, I think they can't unlink projects. They possibly can't do all of this. Maybe they can see budgets, man. I don't know. All right, and this is, they're saying for a company that has a G Suite, you want to definitely, have it as an organization. So we'll submit that. And we're 90%. Where were we off? We were off here. So in this case, they're saying a user. Okay, well, this is all right. Hold a second. Once a user creates, so when the user creates it, he would be assigned, right? Okay, so that's that. So that's kind of like the feel for what we were doing. We were trying to learn about how that works, and we'll go down some more. Let's look at this one. This was how to get the reports. So this is okay. So this is interesting, right? Remember I was saying like you had the trend lines, and the trend lines were in reports, but I thought some of it was in the overview. Look at when they're clicking the different tabs here. You can kind of see what was in the console at those times. So in reports, they definitely had trend lines. You see that dashed blue line there at the bottom? That's a trend line. Does he ever click on the overview? He doesn't. No. This is reports. Yeah. Oh, let's see if we get a trend line. Okay, but I thought that was a trend line, but I'm looking for actually Yeah, here we go. Still don't show a trend line. It's showing like, yeah, okay, I didn't see a trend line there, and we definitely did see one. Okay, yeah, whatever. So that's just like basics, just showing you the cost and how you can set up filters and stuff on it. Then here, this is where we were doing all the, we've got the data, it's already pre-exported, and we could do the SQL queries, and there was a bunch of group bys and stuff. Project data set table. You got to do the queries to do this, but here is, he's just trying to find some that have a cost that's actually something, not zero. Okay, that's nothing. That was where he was doing a group by again. Yada yada yada. Okay, so just SQL on the data really. And they, you know, and because that data has columns as set up by Google, you know, you kind of, you could look at the actual help page, or you could look at that guide there and kind of see what they are. Then they did some Data Studio where they built graphs. Data Studio, I think, was around before Google Cloud. They were doing it. So here, you know, looking at it in BigQuery, and then from BigQuery running Data Studio, which would be like you click on this, literally where I'm clicking, where it says Explore with Data Studio. That would be how you would get to it. So you had a metric, and there they're doing a sum. Yada, yada. I have a hard time with Data Studio, to be honest with you. Yada yada yada, and that was about it. They told you how to build one graph. Oops. Is that the right place to go? Yeah. And then the data Google Sheets thing was what we did there. We you opened up Sheets from the Play Store or Drive or whatever it's called now, and you could then create a tunnel over to our data pipeline, whatever you want to call, to Google Cloud BigQuery. And the results of the queries could be in Google Sheets, and I think they created like a pivot table with it as well. So that was that lab. So this was billing. Let's see what the other one was. So that kind of gets us caught up to where we are. And then there's this optimizing. All right, so let's watch. We'll go ahead and watch the video. It's 6 minutes, and I'll while it's playing, we'll just kind of talk about listen to what they're saying. I'll make a comment.
If you have a large team using Google Cloud Platform resources, you may want to make sure you set some limits on how much they can spend on certain types of resources. In this video, we'll talk about what quotas are and how to set them up. Budgets allow you to trigger notifications so that you can know how your actual and forecasted costs are trending over time and prompt you to take action. Quotas, on the other hand, provide an extra advantage. They allow you to set a limit on the number of concurrent resources in a project or the number of API requests. Quotas are important to protect the community of GCP users and safeguard against unforeseen spikes in usage that could lead to budget overruns. There are two types of quotas: allocation and rate. Allocation quotas measure and limit a resource like the number of virtual machines you can have spun up at once. And rate quotas reset after a certain amount of time, like API requests per minute. Most resources and APIs in each project have quotas set by default, and some can even be unlimited. But you can also configure specific quotas to help manage your cloud resources and establish cost controls. For example, let's say you have a test environment where a lot of users have access to BigQuery. Since it's a test environment, people may be a little less careful about optimizing their queries, which may result in some costly mistakes. So you may want to set up a quota limit to ensure each user can only query a certain amount of data each day. Let's look at how to do this by viewing and modifying an existing quota limit. In the GCP console, you can use the top left navigation to select quotas under IAM and admin. Since quotas are set per project, you may need to choose a project if you haven't selected one already. You'll also need to have the right permissions for the project, such as project owner or editor, in order to change any quota limits. This page contains information about all of the quotas for GCP products and services available to you. There's a lot, so you can use the filters to narrow down the quotas you're interested in. Filtering by type lets you choose between unlimited quotas or quotas with usage. Service, metric, and location filter down to just quotas matching what you select. For our example, we'll start by filtering to just BigQuery to keep the list manageable. You can click on the service dropdown, click on None to deselect everything, and then click BigQuery API. Now we're looking at just the BigQuery related quotas. Each row is a different quota, and you can click on a quota to go to the API specific quota page, which may show you graphs or other details. On our current project-wide quota page, each row starts with the service quota description, then the location or regions the quota affects. After that, the current usage and peak usage over the past 7 days is shown. For allocation quotas, the current usage is how much of that resource is currently in use, while for rate quotas, current usage refers to how much has been used so far in the current day. The last column is the actual limit enforced by the quota.
So look at that. That's saying they've used 6 terabytes.
How much data we've queried today, and that there's currently no limit set up.
7
if we edited
almost.
this quota, we could set a limit on the amount of data that could be queried per day for the entire project. For our example, we want to limit each user on the project. So let's select the query usage per day per user quota instead. We'll select the checkbox and then hit edit quotas at the top of the page. It's also possible to edit multiple quotas at once. On the right side of the console, a form will open up where we can input our limit. Some edits may require you to fill out contact information and a form to request the limit update, rather than modifying the limits directly. Quota requests are typically handled within 2 business days, and an email confirmation will be sent out once the requested update has been reviewed. For this quota, we can simply lower it from unlimited to any number we want without needing to make a request. Let's limit each user to half a terabyte of data queried. With the quota limit set, there will now be a limit for each user when they run queries. One important note is that the quota page doesn't show you the current usage for every quota, such as the per user quota we just edited. If you want to learn more about monitoring quotas, check out the technical documentation at cloud.google.com/docs, then search for monitoring quota.
Alright, so let's do this one here. before I click that, I'm gonna put this dog outside and leave me alone. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. So it's when I do this later, when we close this thing out, this stream, the connection to Google Hangouts seems to die. Uh, if if it dies, just and then you see the call, and you don't see me rejoin, chances are I may not today. But we'll resume at 1. And you've got to do this. We're in an incognito window, and you would think that it wouldn't, but I don't understand why it. All right, so he's going to select 4 columns from a table, and he's going to order them in ascending order by one of the columns and limit it to 500. Do this. Alright. You can look through here. This is saying like the hamburger menu is kind of like services. Or just. Is the typing working? Do like so. Dismiss that thing. Done. So far, there's nothing in this thing. If I remember this. Okay, let's see what this is. I think this is a settings that I've got in. We'll see. A long time ago, I installed a Chrome extension. I don't know if that's actually in play or not. Okay, there's nothing there because we didn't run it, and there's nothing in this thing. Okay, let's run it. It's running. 4 columns, 500 rows max. You can see right here 500 rows, and here's your 4 columns, and it's ordered by this one. Oh, it says do not run the query. Okay, well, we screwed up. Let's right here. 1.4 terabytes. So So that's kind of nice. You can do, 1 terabyte for free per day. That's a good number to remember. That's something. Next time we're talking about quiz questions, you should add that. Maybe it stays relevant. So, by the way, I'm trying to find a pen at my desk. Last night, I noticed my dog. I heard him chewing on something. So, if you ever hear him like grinding on something, you got to see what it is that he's doing. He ate one of my pens. He didn't eat it, but he chewed up all the plastic. So I'm gonna have to find a new pen here, which is only here because it doesn't write. The other one wrote. But I'll update that with another pen. We need to get back to those quiz questions so we don't forget them. Pen barely works. You throw both of those away. Okay. All right. All right. So let's do this. So we're going to go, so that 1 terabyte, we're going to set a quote and then we're going to go back and try to run it. It's probably going to fail. So this is a query usage per day. I think it's this one. Requests per day they've got versus query usage per day per user. Select. Do you think that's it? Let's go back to edit quotas and let's see if we can do BigQuery. Nope. See if there's another way to get to quotas that have just BigQuery. We'll look for query usage per day per user. Is he going? I think he's updating. Okay, let's see if we can see an update here. Okay, there's groups. Let's go back to quotas. And that's odd. He is jumping right back. There we go. Okay. All right. And in the filter, we'll put in BigQuery. Let's try to see if there's a thing there. Okay. All right. BigQuery API query usage per day. It doesn't have a per user, but let's Let's remember that. Here we go. Query usage per day per user. Okay. They've got it now calling select all quotas, or was that on the? Oh my God. Put in the filter. Maybe it's on the left-hand side, and I'm not seeing it. Oh, okay, I see. It's on the right hand there. Okay. So they're going to here. One quota is within limit. Alright. That was the same, by the way, clicking on the all versus just clicking on it and came to the same place. Alright. This is odd. He's got. We did the check for globals, then he's clicked. We did edit, and then any series of numbers for phone, and click next. Okay, that's kind of strange. One quota selected. Maybe I have to take off unlimited first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hold a second. And they've got it for phone. Let's click off of this. Is there a phone anyplace? No. I don't understand why he's saying phone. Let's see that.
I'm also not finding the phone. Where is the phone?
This is odd. So that's all that is closing this. 1, 2, 3. All right. We'll do this and then we'll come back and we'll from unlimited to that. Okay. And then we will change it to terabytes. Okay, whatever, you just put it in there, and then 0.25 terabytes, done, submit request. Yep, quarter terabyte, okay. Rerun your query. Thought I added it to the favorites. Okay, it's the same queries there. We knew it's going to take, it takes her there 1.4, but we've got a 0.4, 0.25. Okay. That was surprising. Caching, okay, that's interesting. So the caching, rerun your query. And he runs again. So what they're trying to say here is if it's a cached, you don't get an additional charge for doing it, but we ran it see if that works. Whatever. Okay. I don't know if he's still running or not. Maybe that symbol is showing caching. I don't know. Maybe that's already so. Alright, to test the code's change, disable the cache in the more query settings. In the query results, which are here, more. Thing is still updating. I don't see a more. I think it actually has to complete. So there he ran. Here's the more. Yep, now that he's completed. Query settings. I clicked it. Just bear with me. Come on, GCP. Get those little that steam engine running. Okay. We'll try it again. Yada yada yada. Once it finishes. Come on. It's still like it's you can't manipulate it. Alright, so that's odd. I guess because it's so much. Okay, so we hit finish, but we didn't ever get to these settings, and it's not. Maybe because it's a lot of data, he's just not working, or what? Still unresponsive. Just we got 43 minutes left. Here we go, finally. Alright. We're looking for something about cached. Use cache results. It looks possibly like that's it they were talking about. Yes, yes indeed. Okay, and click save. Click save. It clicks save or it gets the hose again. Come on. What's up with it? I don't know why it's so sluggish. Cedric, you use Google Cloud on a daily basis. Does it ever get sluggish like this for you? Okay, so that finished. All right, let's try to run it again. It's odd, the screen resolution changed and I didn't dork with it.
Okay, there he is.
There he is.
Yeah, it kicked me off. Sorry. Was it? Could you see how sluggish it was?
Hello,
Yeah.
John. Actually, I'm running this lab, and I'm not able to run this query. Actually, it says that the limit is exceeded, and how to disable the cache.
So to
Go back and uncheck that.
yeah, to disable the cache, go to like see it's completed. And so what's weird for me is it didn't hit the limit, but there is query settings. Oh, okay. Well, we took off use cache results. Let's save it. Okay, so let's do this again. Make sure I want to just. Okay, so yes, we're not going to cache. Now this time, no cache results is up there. Okay, good, good. Let's see if it fails to run because of the quota. Yes, okay, good, 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 good. Do you want to share your screen, Diva, and we can.
Yes, yes. Actually, let me share.
Okay, let me stop presenting. Go ahead.
Where is the option to share a screen?
It's if it's down at the lower right, right here.
It says present now.
Yep, yep, yep. Click on present now.
Okay.
You can either do with either your window or the application window.
Okay, it's entire screen. Okay, so are you able to see?
Yep, it's coming up.
Okay, so here I'm just running this lab, and I've done that minimizing the quota
Yep.
for this, and but I'm not able to. Also disable the cache, but when I click on run,
So right now you're hitting the quota that you enabled, right? So if you could now, so it's not going to run because you've put a quota in. So go to more and take the quota, and you can also see right there to the left above run. See it says no cache results, right? So when you go to query settings, it's query settings, more. Pardon me. Oh, to the right, more query settings. You've got use cache results, so enable that. And now it probably is not going to run, but go ahead and hit save. Go ahead and hit save here. Now here's what's happening. It's going to actually try to do it, but if it has the cache there, it will use it from cache. Now we ran this on your machine, on your account once, and it did cache them, but then we ran it where we disabled the cache. I don't know if those cached results are still available. They're probably not, so this will probably fail as well, but let's try it. Go ahead and hit run. Yeah, okay, so he's not, because when you disabled the cache, that cached result went away, right? So now when you try to say use cache, there's no cache to use. And you've got the quota in saying that 256 megabytes is the max amount of data that you can use.
So I'll not be able to complete this lab then.
Yeah. That was the end, right? So go ahead and go back to the lab and click that. Check my progress right there. So so what happened was you go back, don't do that. Go back to the Google Cloud. You got 40 minutes here. Go back to Google Cloud. Go over to your hamburger menu and go to billing. Leave this as is. Go to billing. Leave this as is. Don't change anything here. Hamburger menu in the top left. And go top left, the hamburger menu, all the way. There you go. Yep. You were on it. Yep. Click that.
Navigation menu.
Yep. Navigation menu. Yep. Go to billing, and you want to go to quotas when you get there. Just go to link billing account. Let's see if this will work. Click up in the top right and make sure you're on GCP. You're on the qwiklabs account. Go all the way to the top right. See where your top right, top right, top right, top right. Okay, yes, you're a student. Okay, go back and click on the hamburger menu, but this time don't click complete. Go back there. Yeah. I am an admin, maybe. I am an admin. Just hold it over it, and then go to quotas at the bottom. Quotas. Okay. All right. In the filter table column, go all the way up. Go scroll. Yeah, all the way up the top line of filter table. Click up there. Click click there, and type in where in the filter part and type in BigQuery. One word, BigQuery. There you go. Hit enter.
BigQuery API.
Yeah. All right, and you're looking at users query usage per day per user, which is the last one with a question mark. Down below. There you go, and there you go. Click there. They've told you in the thing to click on all quotas, but if you it looks like it's that entire line. Now that's odd because that was the usage per day per user, and you were supposed to put. That was where That was where but there's no limit. See, it says unlimited. So where did you put the change to? Did you entered a quota, right? Where did you put the quota?
I entered it. Yeah, let me enter it.
So right there. So hold on a second. Right now it's set for no limit, but you're exceeding the query. So you must have put it someplace. So go click on that back arrow.
Which this one?
Yeah. And let's look back at BigQuery for a second. So, hold a second. So, look at that one that's BigQuery requests per day.
The 2 entries here.
Yeah, click on one of them. Let's see. Where's the one that's within limit? One quota is within limit. It's not that one because that's request per day. Oh. Is that me?
One minute.
I gotta reconnect. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I've got to reconnect, so give me a second. I'm back. Are you still? You're still presenting. Okay. It killed me for some reason. I don't know. So you've got. So you hit the thing. We looked. You didn't have a limit, but then here he's saying that these. We need to find out where the limit is coming into play. Right. So just go to the top one and click on the top one, and we'll go through them. On the left, where you've got BigQuery API, and below that it has. Click on all quotas for that one. Go to the right and get the first one. Yeah, there. Let's see if that's it. That's a limit of 5,000. That's not it. So go back. See the actual current usage is 0, so it's not that one. But it also says one quota is within one limit. So you would think that that's the one that's limiting it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Click on that one. It's the same thing. It says one quota is within limit.
Right, is it every entry this is
Yeah.
written?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, so do this. So that's there. Save that tab and go up to the top right and say duplicate this tab. Go all the way. No. All the way in like your Chrome browser at the top.
Okay.
Yeah. You're almost there. Right click and say duplicate. On this one, go to BigQuery. I think you went past it.
Mm-hmm.
It's up there. Keep going up, up, up.
Good table is
Now you're too far up. Look, so you see compute. Look at the headings. Go down to the next one. That's compute. Go to the next heading. Keep going down, 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 down. Scroll down. That's storage. Databases. Okay, look in databases. Keep going. Okay, it's not in the. Keep going down. It's probably in analysis or something like that. The big data. There's big data. There's BigQuery down below. You big. Go down. That's big data group. It's in BigQuery.
Yeah.
All right. And select that query from below that you've run. Go to the one down there. You go. Click it. And whoops. Go back. Go back to. You don't have to do that. Hold on a second. I'm going to show you something. Go back to BigQuery. Scroll down. Down in the query history section. Yep. Scroll down. Refresh. There should be something about. Scroll up a little bit. Scroll up just a little bit. Scroll up up a little bit.
Up.
Yeah. What you can do is see it move. See where your cursor is on your screen. Go move it up a little bit, and hit that little bar there. Go up a little bit. Up a little bit. Up to your right. Move your mouse to your right. Whoa.
Okay.
No. Whoa. In the middle of the screen. See that the line? You can make that bigger. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Now, see it says Open Query and Editor on the right. There you go. Now you can scroll that thing. You can resize that results window down some, and you can see your query. If you go where you made it bigger, go back up and make it look about 50-50 now. Up. The thing that you want, so you can't see your query now. So go up, slight move, grab there and resize. Okay, there you go. Now, let's try this again, and because over there we didn't see. We've got your usage exceeded the custom quota for query usage per day. All right. So now go to the other tab that has quotas. Query usage per day. So we're that one. Yes. Click that. All quotas on that row. Yeah. Which says that there is no usage, and okay, and there's the limit. Okay, so click global, click the checkbox for global. All right, and there should be an edit thing up at the top. Edit quotas. All right. Just click unlimited. Done. Submit request. Now go back to your BigQuery tab and run. Yep. Run.
Yes.
All right, and now go back to your quiz. Go back to your quiz. And run. Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
Rock and
Okay,
roll.
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Mm.
All right. Well, we lost Cedric along the way, but we had 3 people join besides me, so I take that there's still some interest out there with you guys. It is 11, so we've been on for an hour. We're gonna do the thing at 1 o'clock with AWS. I think I'm gonna part now to do that one. I will say this about the AWS stuff. We got the camera working, so like it would round robin behave as it's supposed to in that tutorial that we're looking at. And I'm documenting, trying to create a tutorial to the tutorial, guide to the tutorial, guide to the device and setup. And some of that's in progress. This week I made some mods to it. At 1, we're going to go back in and look some more and kind of flesh that document out and look at the code in detail, because at this point we've been more looking at the AWS, how do you set up the guide, but we didn't look at the 2 Lambda functions that they have, which will be equivalent to Google's Cloud Function code. And we're going to kind of like, figure out how that thing works, and then we'll go from there. But we'll do that at 1. And I appreciate you guys coming here today. We'll, as far as Google goes and getting QuickLabs credits and stuff, we'll try to also do that soon. The upcoming campaigns from Google should come out, and we'll try to do that. But we'll also have finished this thing that we were doing today, and we'll be looking for new labs as well. So we've only got well, actually we have a couple more labs. We have a 1, 2, 3. We have 4 labs in the cost thing. It's like 3 hours and 30 minutes of lab time. Maybe we can do 2 of those next week. Okay. All right.
John, I'm just currently working as a full-time developer in a company, but I get some spare time on weekends. So I'm free on weekends, on
Yeah.
Saturdays and Sundays. So if you need any help for your whatever you are doing,
Yeah.
if you need any kind of help in that,
Yeah.
so I can do that for you. And like I would be happy to do that. And I have experience in writing Java code,
Yeah.
backend applications. I write the code for backend data, so web applications, Spring framework. So if you need any help in your any whatever you are doing,
Yeah.
so I would be happy to do that.
Yeah. Right now, the 2 things that I'm doing, as I'm doing the 2 users groups. I am doing hardware. I mean, for money wise, I'm actually doing hardware stuff, which is kind of interesting, because if you can build the hardware to get your sensors, you can get the data that you want, and then with the data that you want, you can do just about anything, right? But I need to start doing more time on mobile apps because I haven't been doing mobile apps in a while, and I'm getting cold there. I always have that Slack. I don't always check it, but really when I try to like get help from people, Diva, I'll try there first, and then maybe then just do the Slacks, right? Because there's so many Slacks you can post stuff, and then I do the Stack Overflow. But I'll definitely, if I'm looking, if I, I'll keep you in contact, and I hope you will keep in contact with me via Slack as well, and Gmail.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm sorry about the SAS thing. I thought the SAS thing was going to be like a
No,
working thing,
okay.
but it was just videos. I
Mhm.
didn't stick around too long. I watched a little bit, and that was it. That's it. I guess we'll see you at 1. If we won't see you because it'll be late for you, Diva. But I'm
Yeah,
sure
actually,
Laverne will be there.
it is around it is 9:30, 9:35 here in India.
Yeah,
So normally we go to sleep.
I understand.
And yeah.
I
So you are teaching, you are sparing your time for us. So I just want to like whatever if you need any kind of help in your in whatever you are doing,
yeah.
I would be happy to do that.
Oh yeah. I know that you were very helpful. Um, the I guess the only thing I'm saying right now is just trying to get the AWS thing working, and I'm hoping that we can actually do something where we actually, right now we're just doing like the basic stuff, right? I want to be able to do something where we own it and it's something that we do that's helpful to us, and that way you learn something more, right?
Okay. Okay. So like it is the end of the session.
Yeah. I'm just
Okay.
all I'm doing is I'm adding that. I hope I'm on the correct one. I'm adding that question. How much data per user per month does GCP provide for free using BigQuery? And it was 1.1 terabyte. And I'm saving it. All right, so I've made that quiz question. Yada yada yada. All right, well, I will see you ladies next week or at 1.
Okay.
Okay. Bye, Levan. Bye,
Bye.
Joy.
Yep. Thank
Bye.
you. All right, bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.